Okay.
External parties trying to induce this crisis. That's what makes it look different.
All right.
Before now, it used to be an internal crisis that member of the family, they feel like one way or the other we have to resolve it. But this one, there is an external external hands trying to induce this crisis.
External
for
hands. Who are these people?
Well,
where are these hands coming from?
We know where the hands are coming from.
You know where the hands are coming from?
We know where the hands are coming from. We know where the hands are coming from. We know the purpose of those hands, stretching those hands. So we know where they are coming from. So,
but Yorubas will say, does it mean that there are 50 columnists within the party?
No,
there are collaborators within the party?
That's why we expel those collaborators.
They have been expelled?
Yes, at the IBADAN convention.
What are you talking about now?
I don't like, well, we know who we expel. You know you are confirming them now.
I'm asking because I saw the news as a journalist.
Since you already saw the news, those are the external.
They have also come out to say that the other party, the other people too have been expelled.
Let me tell you something. Politics is not our keri. It's a serious business. On a whole structure of the party, all the state chairmen are in a place. The whole neck in one gathering, the BOT in the situation in the same thing. You're now telling us you are creating a BOT in your own sitting room, a neck in your own conference room. It's not possible now. Political party is not a one party system. It's not one man show now. It's a collective thing, and collectively every structure of the party is in one single place. Every other thing is just our keri. That's what I'll call it. Is our keri. Just play. Now, and the only thing that baffles me is when we see our judiciary, who happen to be the hope of the common man, trying to be looking as if they are partisan. I am not saying they are partisan, but looking as if not everything in life is perception. Even politics is perception.
All right.
Now you're not perceiving our judiciary as if not all of them, because we know we have judges who are upright. And we've seen them in different situations. But when you see judges acting as if they are partisan, in the case that you said they recognize there's a judgment for Federal High Court judgment that I recognize. How can you give a ruling on what people did not even bring to you? I did not ask for any. I did not ask for any prayer on this, and you made a pronouncement. That means you've been studying. You are partisan. You've been part of the whole story that is happening outside. Just like a journalist that knows the story, even whether it's right or wrong, you know it.
So is this why you said earlier that there are external hands that are causing troubles within the People's Democratic Party or hell bent on destroying the party?
Yes.
And that these external hands, are they still the same people that are using the judiciary?
Well, I'm not saying people are using the judiciary. Don't quote me using the judiciary.
But you said some
perception.
Part of the judiciary.
No, we look at perception.
Okay.
It perceive as if. For example, in my family, we have a lot of lawyers in my family.
All right.
My late dad was a lawyer.
All right.
My other brother is a lawyer. My uncle is a lawyer. My cousins are lawyers.
Okay.
Now, if you go to a court to address some issues, the judge will rule based on
the evidence
and everything facts. But when you are ruling based on what is not part of the whole thing, becomes another thing. It's not even part of the prayers asked, and you are ruling on that. It becomes another thing. That people perceive it, and I said perception. Okay. I'm not saying I'm right or wrong, but the perception people have outside is that, can we say the hope of a common man is our judiciary now? But I know, yes, that's why in courts you have a lower court, you have a higher court. You can still appeal and do everything. And yesterday we had the Court of Appeal,
all right,
and the hearing went yesterday, and they've reserved the date for the judgment, so we should get that.
And are you confident? Are you optimistic about?
See, we are confident because we did everything right.
All right.
Like I said,
so what's your prayer this time around? This is about validating of the IBADAN convention.
Validating by the convention, because there's nothing wrong with the IBADAN convention in the first place.
Okay.
Because according to Electoral Act, the only condition to invalidate the IBADAN convention is if you did not notify INEC. Every other thing is just mere wishes.
INEC was notified, but there were some reports that maybe INEC did not attend, were not present.
The Electoral Act said May. When you use May,
so obviously they were not on ground.
I'm not even sure, because I'm not even. I was. I'm part of. I'm a national delegate of the party.
Okay.
I'm a national delegate from my local government. I was at the convention.
All right.
Even I casted my votes.
Okay.
As a member of the party and as a national delegate.
All right.
But I will tell you, I'm not even sure because I'm not even looking out for that. Okay. Because the law does not say they must be there. They can be, they may. When you say may, it's either you come or you're not there. You don't have to come. They can even send the report to you and you act based on that report. And on the case of on legal issues, the last legal action that happened on this on this was in Ibadan, High Court Ibadan, State High Court in Ibadan says we should go out with the convention. So we don't have any issues to say anything is at stake on the convention, and we've produced the next set of ESCOs. So why all these? And let me tell you something. I was born into a political home. I understand politics in total. At every point in time, the structure of the political party is always in the control of some set of people.
All right.
And that's why the Supreme Court has said it times without number that internal issues of political party are not justiciable. Because it's like being a group, being in an association. If you don't like what they are doing in the association, you exit the association. Cannot tell them because I don't like what they are doing, I must owe them to, I must steer the association anyhow. If you are not interested in if you don't understand what they are doing, you leave. When all the organs of the party, the NEC, the BOT, the working committee are in tandem, just in one doing things together. So who are you to now say you want to do your own thing apart? Or nobody's bigger than the party.
But when you look at the number of people that have decided to jump the ship and leave the People's Democratic Party, big wigs, stakeholders, gladiators, Atiku Abubakar, first off, Senator Dino Melaye, a lot of governors. Recently, the governor of Osun State even had to go to a court. The governor of Bayelsa State, the governor of Rivers State, quite a number of them, a very long list. Observers will say these individuals saw the handwriting on the wall that this party is heading south and we may not be able to rescue this sinking ship. And that is why they have decided to take that decision. But Governor Makinde believes that he has the capacity and the power and believes that the People's Democratic Party will still survive this crisis. But these individuals, are you telling me that they decided to leave only because, mind you, Makinde and Atiku met recently, we'll still talk about that, only because of their selfish interests? Is that what you're saying, these individuals?
On a lighter note, the first of all say, waiting they pursue them.
But look at the number. Are you not bothered? Are you not bothered?
Yeah, definitely. But the funny thing, the strength of the man is not where he stands at the time of comfort. It's where he stands at the time of challenges. Yeah, the party had a challenge. All right. And I will tell you the truth. If all these gladiators are all doing things together, maybe they will have actually rescued this party from those, like, if I should use the word of my governor, those vagabonds that.
I don't want us to use that on there.
Okay, I will not. I withdraw.
I don't want us to use that.
Let me withdraw that. But those people who are actually holding the party to ransom, just because of their selfish interests. And if I may say, they are looking at how we want to turn the party to, especially in 2027, turn the political space to one party system, where some people have a easy sway in winning an election, and that has been their system anyway. So I'm not surprised where they are from. If you want to look at the antecedents of their elections, they don't have strong oppositions. They all use the judiciary, use every other thing to make sure they weaken the opposition. You just see cases coming up with opposition's party and no opposition to face them in the election. That has been their system. But this time around, they failed. This time around, and that's how, before I proceed, let me commend Governor Makinde and other governors, Governor Bala Mohammed, Governor Dauda Lawal, and Governor Fintiri, those who are standing for now, those who are standing. It shows that they are courageous men. And the PDP will not forget them. Because let me tell you something. When you're doing your introduction, you said PDP was established August 1998. Yes. And PDP has become an institution in the Nigerian democratic system. How do you allow that kind of big institution to die like that? And I will tell you at every point in time, history will not forget those who ruined the party. After you getting the opportunities from the party, they started, because of their own selfish interest, they want to ruin it. For we younger generations coming, if those before them had done that, it wouldn't have been. They wouldn't have been what they are today. So because they got in Yoruba, they said one momiton lodo, one rodo. So one feke lomi le momi. And it's momiton. You've been through this party gave you made you governor, made you. I'm talking across board. Yeah, some of them secretary of the party, some of them senators, some of them to different levels. Now this party that you now want to actually kill, not because of your own selfish interest. History will not forget them, and I know there will be days after this whole story will have ended. We'll write a book about this whole scenario, and history will not forget them.
But as we stand, Honorable Sharafdin Olatunji Mohammed, as we stand as of today, when you look at the size of the PDP, you look at how the party has been depleted, it doesn't look like the PDP has the capacity to challenge the All Progressives Congress. No. In the national election, it doesn't look like that. I'm not saying that.
Let me give a very good example. I'll use myself as a case study. We as politicians, at times we overrate ourselves.
Okay.
The party is an institution. That's why I said the party has been since 1998. It's an institution.
All right.
And that's why you see people leave the party and new people come and they emerge victorious. I'll give instances. In 2019, I was the House of Assembly candidate of the party. So when Governor Chimakide was the governorship candidate, we do not have a councillor. No councillor. The only thing we have in the old structure of Oyo State governance was just one honorable member who happened to be the current speaker.
All right.
And we came back, made a sweep of becoming the governor. All the 26 out of the 32 assembly members, 6 of us lost the election, 26 won. We had one senator then. We had 4 House of Rep members. And now trickle down to local governments and every other thing. So I can tell you, PDPs and institutions, those who are the PDP, the owners of the PDP are not even the big wigs. They are the people at the grassroots. And I said I'll use myself as a case study. I left the People's Democratic Party in 2022.
Okay. And
then I was... Yeah, before then, I believe I'm a grassroots person. Okay. Because I have my solid structures in our local government. But when my structures, I believe that my foot soldiers, when I'm about to leave, I called them for a meeting. I can tell you, half of them followed me, half of them did not follow me. They said they cannot leave PDP. That's just the reality. And I'm saying it on air, just for people to know. So at the end of it all, I know PDP is an institution. Some people will not leave PDP for anything. So the same thing has happened to, and I will tell you, look at Plateau State. Even the governor has moved to APC, but before now, as at 2023, it was an APC state. What happened? How they emerged? It's the structure of the people who are there. So it's not a matter of one single individual that left. And I will tell you another thing. During the convention at IBADAN that we had at IBADAN. So when we were interacting, I saw Enugu State delegates.
All right.
I saw Enugu, I saw Akwa Ibom. I was amazed. Because in the news, shortly before the convention, the governor of the Enugu and Akwa Ibom just left the party. So I was hoping we will not even have delegates to come from that there. When I saw them, I interacted with them. Especially Enugu State, because I served in Enugu State. So the moment we started talking about some bond, we had some bond. So they told me a lot of stuff that I'll tell you. So I can tell you, PDP is an institution, a rooted party that is about the grassroots. I can tell you. So we'll give a fight. I can tell you.
Well, this division, this crisis in the party, when most people want to talk about it, well, they either say Wike's bloc, Makinde's faction. There's 2 of these men will always come up. Wike, as we speak, has not said he has left PDP, though you mentioned that some people have been expelled. Maybe you were also referring to him. Of course, he's a member of the federal cabinet. Of course, a minister at the FCT. But still said he's a member of the People's Democratic Party. Himself and Makinde at some point were working together. G5 governors then, they worked for... just Governor Makinde has come out to talk about what actually happened between them and when they went in to see the president, and how Wike said he will hold the PDP down in 2027. Makinde has also come out to also counter whatever the governor has said. But this crisis, Nigerians are asking that if the People's Democratic Party don't find a lasting solution. At some point, people will say, oh, it should be expelled. They will file. The PDP should have the courage to do it. The PDP has come out to say they have done this now. But it doesn't look that it has ended. Do you see an end to this?
I definitely see an end.
That it will come together at some point?
No, not come together. Although I would not rule out anything in politics.
All right.
Because I will tell you, one thing about politics, there's no emotion attached to politics. It's all about interest.
Interest, okay.
So that's the game of politics. If our interests align, we become friends. If our interests don't align, we become foes. So I can't rule out anything in the future. Sure, understand. That's why you don't take things personal too much. But I will tell you, nobody is bigger than an institution. If you want to be a member of an institution, you abide by their rules and regulations. You cannot be saying you are bigger than an institution. So that's where you're talking about wiki. You cannot be bigger than an institution, no matter who you are. Even the former presidents that we've produced, they cannot say they are bigger than the institution. Talk like of you, just a governor. You cannot say you are bigger than an institution. So you need to abide by the rules. And like I told you, at every point in time in the history of, in the political setting, some set of people will control the structure of the party, no matter what. And it's either you like those who are controlling it, or you don't like them. Do you understand? Wiki has his way for a long time, controlling the party. Now, this is the first time he's seen himself struggling for survival within the PDP. So that's why he's going overboard.
So is it the one that the president is using, that this APC administration is using?
It's obvious. It's obvious. Very, very obvious. Very, very obvious.
That Tinubu administration is using Wike to destroy the PDP.
Now, like according to what Governor Shebakide said in his press on media chat.
Media chat, yes.
Number one, the president did not ask him.
Okay.
But at times,
he offered himself.
At times, you do see because of your meal tickets. I believe he's doing it because of his meal tickets. And that's why I said you cannot hold a whole party to ransom because of your own meal tickets. Because the party is bigger than you. The party is bigger than you. And we younger generations are actually looking. And one thing people fail to forget is that history will be kind to you in the moment, the way you actually do things. So when there's time to talk about it, you find your history in the way you behave and everything. So we need to be mindful of that, especially if you are these big shots. Because people will talk about your stories and your histories when you are gone. And it's now left for you to see whether the story can help your children and your children yet unborn. Like I said, I'm from a political home. My dad was the former deputy governor. He has been in politics, but I know what I'm getting based on his image and name now, politically. So can you say that of your own children too? Will people want to associate with you if they hear that, okay, this is the son of so person? So we need to start thinking about that before just acting and going overboard. I'm telling you, this battle is not a battle we are ready to lose. As a party, we will win it by the grace of God, and we'll follow it to the last. And I will say this today. This is the first time Wike is seeing his match, even a match that is bigger than him.
In Seyi Makinde,
Seyi Makinde and others. So I want to give it to Governor Seyi Makinde because my leader. I want to give it to him, but I want to commend others too. The Governor Bala Mohammed, Governor Dauda Lawal, and other people who are there. But I think the major phase we're seeing is Seyi Makinde, then Bala Mohammed.
So I want to ask you, so how significant is Governor Seyi Makinde's role? The role he's been playing. Yes, you're talking about Bala Mohammed, but seriously, seems like Seyi Makinde has been doing more. Even recently, there was the commissioning of a new state secretariat here, where we had the National School. It was a big one, and people were asking questions. That this governor appears to be very optimistic about rescuing the party and ensuring that the party survives whatever it's been thrown at it at the moment. So how significant is his role in determining the future direction of the PDP at this moment?
His role is very, very... He has, let me talk about his future role. The role he has played. He has played a significant role to get us to where we are today. And we must commend him. I granted an interview to one audience. I told them that for me as a person, I'm an incredible optimist.
All right.
If Governor Seyi Makinde and former Governor Wike had not severe ties at some point, I'll be pessimistic about this whole situation.
Why do you say that?
Because I know someone is heading towards that direction. Someone's a very crazy bad direction, and people will think that can rescue us are going to be the enablers. You know, there's no way you can get rescued. But when you have someone who is on a rescue mission, That's why we are where we are today. And I thank God for on the life of Governor Shey Makinde, because he came out to apologize during the party.
Yes,
because
exactly.
those are some of the issues
so.
people can actually, people are saying on some bits that are coming on the ground. And he has apologized. And Yoruba man sọ pé tẹ́lẹ̀jọba ti mọ́jú ẹ̀ lẹ́bi kì í pẹ́ lórí ìkúnlẹ̀. So I believe Nigerians, the party members, are actually forgiving the governor for that and every other thing, and they are ready, and they are queuing behind him to make sure the party survive.
All right, there have been, of course, we've seen different moves on the part of Governor Shey Makinde, meeting people across party lines, and recently he was with Atiku Abubakar in Minna to see the former military president, Ibrahim Babangida. And then, well, the former governor of Ekiti State was talking about a likely political alignment, Makinde in 2027 being the running mate of Atiku. There will be another meeting in Dubai. Well, Atiku has come out to debunk that and he said he was lying. You know, but the question people need to ask, because we've also had some theories that Wike is, the Makinde, is interested in the ADC. Because already he has seen that the PDP has been depleted. Take us back to what happened in 2015. Before power could be rescued from the PDP, then some parties had to come together. Some members of PDP who are grieving about PDP, some members of the ACN now, ACN then, ANPP, and some other party had to come together. And looks like that is what we are seeing, because the ADC is more like a coalition now from different people. But Makinde is actually working with them too. So maybe if I actually know something that we don't know. Before we were talking about Makinde perhaps being throwing his hat in the ring to contest for the position of the president. Of course, he's eminently qualified. But what do you think is this move? Is it about collaboration, coalition to rescue maybe not just the PDP, but ensure that the APC does not emerge again in 2027?
You know, the first thing I'll first say, it's rather unfortunate when the person in the caliber of former governor Farashe become the spokesman for other people, or give grapevine information when you are not in the meeting, and you give an elaborate like that. Well, that speaks volume, because you should not just when you get to a stage in life, people should be able to say, okay, when someone like this person talk, you take him serious. But I'll tell you, Nigerians today will not take that former governor Farashe serious again. Because to me, I see it as a beer parlor thing. But in between all those things, I think I should give kudos to Governor Shey Makinde. He has turned himself to a national figure, regardless of all these things. He has turned himself to a national figure that when even he sneezes, people try to analyze his sneezes. So that's a very good thing for me. Politically, it's a good thing for him. And for us, his followers, we like that. That he's making the right move and everything. Now, let me tell you something. In politics, you have plans.
All right.
Even plan A, plan B, plan C.
Up to plan Z.
You understand? It's not a crime to have those plans. So, but the fact that I'm not part of the meeting, the governor, the only thing I heard about the governor just said it was just a chance they met there.
All right.
So I don't have any fact for that meeting, so I will not say much. Especially when I've condemned someone that was not part of the meeting and saying something about the meeting, I will not be part of that spreading PR parlor rumors. But irregardless of anything, if it takes a coalition to chase bad governors out of Nigeria, if it takes a coalition to ensure Nigeria is on the path of progress, why not?
So I'm saying Shey Makinde would not mind to work with the ADC or any other party.
Well, he has not told me anything. But what I would say, I know my governor. I know the kind of person he is. Is a lover of good governance. If it takes coalition to give Nigerians the best of the best, he will sacrifice a lot of things. I know him for that.
All right.
Even it take him to sacrifice some few things to ensure that Nigeria is on the path of progress. We are not on the trajectory that people are suffering and every other thing. Now, let me tell you something. I don't want to talk about party in government. I'll tell you, the one major thing the party in government has actually done, regardless of their reform, I don't know whether their reform is working or not, but that reform does not have an human face. And if any developmental reform, I'm a development expert, the essence of reform is you are not doing reform in a vacuum. You are doing it for the people so that the country and the people can be on the path of prosperity. So if a reform does not have a human face, there's a problem. And that's what I will tell you. And that's why Nigeria keeps suffering now. And I know that with what is on ground, if it takes my governor sacrificing some few things to ensure that we get it right in Nigeria, he will do that. But he has not told me anything. But as politicians, we keep politicking. So let's keep following.
I know you don't speak for Governor Seyi Makinde. You are a member of his party. He's your leader. But you can also read his mind sometimes. And then try to do 1 + 1 and okay, what's going to be the next move for my leader? Because whatever affects my leader may definitely affect me. It will trickle down. And then you will want to talk about his next political move. Obviously, when you are not in power, it's to Nigerians, generally, it appears that you have been relegated to the background. Just like people were talking about some former governors who are not senators again. That's not an ideal thing, but that's Nigeria for you. After being a governor for 8 years, you are not a senator, you are not a minister, you are not an ambassador, you are not. People begin to say, oh, where is he? He's not relevant again. That's Nigeria. I'm not saying that is what it should be. So, what do you think that will be the next step? Or the next move for Governor Seyi Makinde? You know, I said earlier that people were talking about perhaps going for presidency, which I believe he's qualified to. Okay. But with the size of his party right now, that might be a bit difficult because you must be a president and you need a big platform. He will need coalition, just like you said. He may need it and he may be able to, he may want to do that. But going to that coalition too, you must have your plans.
Let me tell you first thing. Number one, you've said it right. He's eminently qualified to be anything you want to be in this country.
Just like you are qualified, just like I am qualified.
We are all qualified, but he has actually paid his dues.
Yeah.
That's another thing we should add to it. He has paid his dues to be anything he wants to be. But I was opportune to be with him last week Sunday, and he told us point blank he's not going to the Senate.
All right.
I can tell you that.
So Governor Seyi Makinde is not going to the Senate?
I don't think so.
He wants to be the president.
No, he did not even tell us about being the president. He's
the vice president?
That statement came out when he was encouraging we young ones.
All right.
That he was not going to be a senator after being the governor. It's you guys will push up. And that's why I'm telling you that I know my governor. For the benefit of everybody, he can sacrifice when he needs to sacrifice. He can make sacrifices. So I'm not talking about his next plan because, well, we still have up to a year to election. And even if you look at the electoral act, it's not even out. So for us to know the guideline of even how we want to. So he has not said much. But like I said, we're with him last week Sunday, and he told us point blank that you guys, why encouraging us, that you guys, we will push you up. You can be senators, you can be anything. So for him to say that, I know he's not going there. Now, talk less when you're talking about coalition. Yeah, politics is all about coalition building. You see that, okay, there are some people who don't have that strength. We can merge together and still, like 10 + 2 is equal to 12. But if you have your 10 and you have your 2, I hold my 10, you have your 2. so you cannot be 12. So I know coalition building. The first thing on his mind is to rescue PDP.
All right.
That I'm very, very sure of that. So telling us about ADC and co, that can actually be plan B, C, D. Okay. But the first thing on our mind, which we know by the grace of God is going to happen, is to rescue PDP from those who are just trying to hold us down. And I know, and I keep telling people, it's not what they're trying to do is to waste PDP's time. They will later release it, but we will not allow them to waste even our time, because you can only people cannot make you feel bad without your permission. So we will not give them the permission to do that to us.
I understand where you're coming from. I recall what happened in Ondo State in 2016, if I'm not mistaken. The election there, Jegede, you know, the PDP issue, McCarthy, and then
I know.
At the end of the day, it was too late.
I understand. So like I said, we will not allow them to do that. We will not give them permission to hold us down this time around. We will not give them the permission.
Okay, so I'll quickly ask this one before we talk about this electoral act that has also been generating reactions from Nigeria. So this crisis, some people will think that it is affecting grassroots mobilization and the morale of PDP supporters, and even some people who are just neutral, but they always want to look at which party has the capacity before they know where the pendulum will swing. And so don't you think this is affecting? You are a party man. You said earlier that you are an incurable optimist, which is good. But for some people, they might not have that mental strength. And they say everybody wants to dine with the winner, with the winning party, with the winning team. So don't you think it is affecting mobilization at the grassroots?
No.
How are the supporters feeling now?
Let me tell you something. Politics is all about perception.
All right.
That's one thing I will not take out from politics. It's all about perception. We know with what is happening in our party, and that's their own agenda, to make sure for people to perceive PDP in a bad light.
All right.
But I will tell you, point blank, that the way PDP is presently, some people have their doubts, but I thank God for the kind of national chairman we have. He has been taking the right move, doing the right thing, meeting the right people. Yeah, there are some limitations because of the crisis, but we know we'll get out of it. And I will tell you, part of it is, look at some few weeks ago, the governor gave us a new secretariat. And you can see the way, I was inside the secretariat,
as a journalist, I did
a tour with the governor together inside the hall. Like you can see the outside how it was bubbling. So that's why I said, we will not give them the permission to hold us down. We will be active. And the whole thing will die down. I know by the time the courts give us the final judgment that favors us, we wouldn't have lost anything, because we'll still be active, doing the right thing at the right time, all the time. And I can tell you the national chairman is doing the right thing. And they are using the media very, very well. I give it to them. I met with the national publicity secretary when he came to IBADAN, and I told him, we've changed a lot of things and I like it. And we've done better. The person that left did well too, but he's doing better. Okay,
because of our time, I still have to talk about the Electoral Act and one other issue. But now, if Governor Seyi Makinde must present himself as, okay, yes, I've been able to rescue the PDP. I don't want to say the Messiah of the Democratic Party, but of course, the man that is ready to push the party forward and to bring the party out of the murky waters, the first war, the first battle he must win is at home. Now we're looking at 2027. Of course, for the past 6 years, he's been getting more and more popular. More people are following him. But the way things are going right now, I've spoken with some APC leaders, some APC stalwarts and supporters, and apologies to feel that now we have a Yoruba man as the president who is very interested in these states and every other Yoruba states. And then, some of them are just so confident that forget Oyo is coming to us at 2027, that even the PDP, that even go and ask Makinde knows that APC will win an election here. That is on one side. On the other side, we have someone, a broadcaster like myself, is very much loved by Oyo people. As a journalist, I was at his declaration of intent too. Appeared very massive that, this man enjoys something like cult followership in the states. And people are saying, how will the PDP navigate itself in the political landscape of your state, with its present crisis, with the APC as the ruling party at the federal, and of course with this other man who is very popular and loved by his people? Do you think Governor Seyi Makinde? We've seen, of course, we've seen some PDP people too who have also declared that maybe they have not called people together, but maybe around we've been seeing their signs too. Do you think the PDP still has what it takes to take over your state in 2027?
Not take over, to retain.
To retain, yes,
to retain. Yes, to retain. We are there.
Yeah,
so let me tell you something. If there's crisis at national level, there's no crisis in Oyo State PDP. The Oyo State PDP is solid as a rock. I can tell you. The formula we used in 2019 is still there. The formula using... I wasn't part of 2023, I will tell you. Because I left then, but I came back. But the formula that was used in 2023 was...
2023, where were you?
I was in Accord.
Accord, okay, I get that.
So, and the 2023 formula that was used in 2023 is still there.
All right.
And I know we'll still use the formula in 2027, even a better version of it. And that people like us are still back again within the fold. So,
but some people have also left.
I know.
For Accord and some other parties.
No, let me now tell you something. See, as politician, popularity don't win election alone. Popularity don't win election. I tried it in 2023 and I know popularity don't win election. Popularity will give you votes, but they are not always enough to win an election. You need structure. You need resources. But let's leave resources. We all have our resources. Let's take that out. You need the popularity. You need structure. You need even strategies. It's not about I'm popular. I told someone there are some people that feel that they are popular. Those people that they think that will vote for them, It's the party that is with the structure and the right strategy that will mobilize them out to vote for your people that you think they are your people.
So are you saying people like Oriyomi Hamzat?
I'm not mentioning names. I'm not mentioning names. I'm not mentioning names. Yeah, we all have the right to contest election. Well, the moment if you are popular and you don't have the right strategy and you don't have the right people in election, you don't have the right structure. There's one of my guys used to say 0 naira is 0 kobo. That's the answer of that. For the APC,
let me quickly mention names as a journalist. Let me mention names. Those who have picked up the gauntlets. I just mentioned Oriyomi Hamzat. You may not be interested, but okay, he has picked up the gauntlets. The APC, we don't know who's coming out. Okay, for now, but of course there has been talks about the minister and maybe some other people. They have the structure too. They have the resources. The Accord Party, with the Popular Broadcaster, has joined. You have been there before too. The same party is also where we have the governor, the sitting governor of Joshu State. So I'm not sure we cannot say that that kind of party does not have a structure.
She's not Oyo now. She's not Oyo.
You're saying the Accord does not have a structure.
I'm not. You see, I'm not. That's why I said I'm not mentioning any party. I'm not talking about Accord because I don't have interest in them.
Okay.
So I'm not talking about it.
But I think the governor was with them at some point. It was the now Olubadan of Ibadan. I think it was with them at some point.
Yeah. When it was with them. See, I don't want to talk about parties. I will talk about PDP. And maybe I can just talk about opposition parties generally.
All right. Okay.
See what I'm telling you. If they have a structure, they will prove themselves at the election now. Anybody that has a structure, they have the necessary strategy will prove themselves. But I'm telling you, if you feel like you're just popular and your strategy is popularity, ere omodeni is 0 naira, is 0 kobo.
So you are confident that the PDP will retain Oyo State?
I'm confident.
Does the PDP have the people, I want not candidates for now, that have that clout, that Oyo people? When Seyi Makinde came in, before he came in, that was not the first time when he won.
Yes.
Almost like the third time.
Let me tell you something. I know the governor will not be on the ballots.
Yes.
But I keep telling anybody that will succeed Seyi Makinde, the slogan should be Consolidation 2027. If you are not consolidating what Seyi Makinde has done, nobody will vote for you. I'm not saying party men will vote for their own parties, but the real voters will not vote for anybody because they know he has changed the trajectory of governance to a large extent. And I keep saying that he has given us a template as younger generation. If you have the opportunity to become the governor, you can only consolidate on it. So I keep saying consolidation 2027 is the right word. I know pensioners will vote for Seyi Makinde. I know workers will vote for him. I'm not even talking about party men now. These are not people who are party men. Now, look at the kind of block votes. I've been in election. I've been in election. And I know what if you have block votes coming from somewhere, and the other party does not have that block vote, you keep chasing the results. Before you know it, so for example, if I have a block vote of 200,000 coming minus my party structure, and you don't have that kind of 200,000 votes, no matter what kind of, even if you win me in a unit with 50, it's 100, 200, it's minus. So what we have PDP working for us, apart from our own structure that we have and every other thing, we have the citizens of the state who believe that this good governance must continue. I will tell you, yesterday I had a trip with one of my friends came from Abuja. There's something we commissioned 2 days ago, private projects. So we're now moving around yesterday. By the base, before he moved to Abuja, he told me, I'm just missing my way.
Okay, because of our time, we have just 3 minutes to say our buys on the program, and we've not had a opportunity to talk about this issue about the electoral acts. What is your position on the electronic transmission of results, especially given the Senate's reservations? My position is the position of Nigerians. Electronic transmission of real time. They don't have to fall back to manual at any point. No, you don't need manual. Even they're talking about networks and network. Yes, we know the IREV, Beavers does not need an internet network, but IREV needs the internet network. Yeah. But the position is that the moment you snap the from the ECO8 form at your polling, if there is no network, the moment you move to the collation center where there's network, it will automatically upload it. So my own is this. See, the only thing I would advise Nigerians, and I'm saying it loud and clear now,
we should fight for real-time transmission of electronic results. But if at the end of it all, they use their veto power to get it, all party agents should ensure that they snap that from E8, ECO8 at the polling units.
All right.
So the moment they move to where there's network, it will automatically upload itself. And another thing we should be wary of, which people are not be talking about, is the clarity of those results. I don't know what they did in 2023, that all those results were just blur. Cannot even see it. So we should be wary of that and ensure it's clear now. Because if they are ready to rig, we are ready for them to be vigilant.
All right, I'll quickly ask you this final question right now. 2 questions, but of course, short answers, I believe. So, as a form of coalition, just like you have said, your governor, his first assignment, the primary assignment is the PDP, to ensure that the PDP survives its current crisis and rise stronger. If you now decide as a form of coalition, okay, we are moving to ADC, what would you say?
Now, if the government should meet us, there is moving to ADC, or we are forming coalition with ADC.
Yes, but of course you'll be on that one.
It all depends. It could be anyway. It could be anyway. Yeah, because I trust his judgment. I know he has done the right thing since. He has done the right thing. Well, we'll follow him.
All right.
We'll follow him. We'll see if that's what we feel like he's going to help us. Because we know, and I know that before the governor will do that, because I know him, he must have pursued the PDP to a logical conclusion. So why not? We'll follow him if that's what we do to rescue Nigerians from all this mess.
But if he moves and as a way of merging, not just have a coalition and use the ADC as a platform, that means the death of the PDP.
No, I know the governor will not move on the way of merging. We cannot merge PDP with ADC. Those are two structural parties.
Okay,
it's not possible.
Okay, so finally, Honorable Sharafdeen Olatunji Mohammed, you're also a politician. You've been a local government chairman. You've also contested at some other points. What's your next move politically?
Now, number one, like I told you, I contested House of Assembly in 2019. I contested House of Rep in 2023, and this time around, I've declared for House of Rep again.
Okay.
And by the grace of God, I know I'm getting
People's Democratic Party.
Yes, by the grace of God, and I know I'm going to get the ticket, and I'm going to win this election this time around.
Well, all the best. All the best. And thank you very much for coming around, Honorable Sharafdeen Olatunji Mohammed, political analyst, of course, political stalwart of the PDP extraction. We appreciate you. Thank you very much for coming. That's the size of the program today. First take on Adamimogo 105.1 FM. We'll return same time next week for a fresh edition of the program. My name is Joshu Aadegbite. At noon, it's going to be Global Box, news across the world. Join us then. Bye for now, and keep listening to the Voice of the Light.